Hello everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Mr. Kels right here, and today I don't want to talk too much, so I bring a new lesson on video today. And the lesson I bring on video, the last one na princess cut, but today on is shoulder gauge breast cut. So now I'll start with the lesson. I know so many people never hear about the shoulder gauge before, but that's the reason why I say make a drop on too, so that some people go relate with them. I normally love to go my landing before I start cutting, but today, like I tell you guys before, sometimes you want sew cloth for customer and you know go want do full padding, like maybe the customer is busty or you're working on low budget or the person no pay you well, something like that, and now you don't want to do full padding. I always tell you, if you don't want to do full padding, don't worry about the main material, just focus on padding this particular one, you understand? And today, though this one 100% cotton, so now the person wey get this cloth is very big and busty, so for that reason I no wan pad am. And also for second reason is 100% cotton material. So the shoulder gauge breast cut that I want to show you guys how to cut is, we're going to start the lesson from here. The person shoulder is 19 and the bust is 52 and the under bust is 50. So I'll start the measurement here so that I will not confuse you guys. Now that 19, now we go mark the 19 here. See, this is 19. I just add like quarter inches times 2, that is 19 and a half. You just mark that place, then you turn your tape. This whole is the cutting is just like as princess cut is, but the joining end for different destination. You know, princess cut joining end for under armpit, but this one end for shoulder. Exactly. So that's why they call it shoulder gauge. And the reason for that is so that, because when people dey fat, you want sew cloth for them, you need to create space for the front chest after cutting their neck. If you want add anything like accessories, you fit add them and any other design, and also the thing go also balance too for the person chest. Now the person shoulder to under breast measurement is 19. Okay, it's 19, but I'm not going to mark 19 exactly. If you watch my princess cut, that is the way it is. You just mark 18, you understand? And then the nipple, we bring it to 13. Okay, this is 13 here. This under breast length, now we just leave it at 7. This under breast length is just for you to measure how deep you want neck to be. Now this is the breast level. If you bring this neck lower than this place, now you know that the person breast is going to expose, you understand? So this is the point, this is the reason why I initiate this idea on my own when I dey cut princess cut or any kind of breast cut at all. So now you turn back, now you turn the tape right now, and you mark the wideness of the breast cut, which is 10, but I'll just add like quarter inches so that when I join it, you'll go back to that 10. Then you could just slant your hand, come down, but in case you need the measurement, this is it. It's less than 10, you understand? This is like 9.5. That is what it is right now. 9 is here, 4.5, then plus quarter times 2, that is half. So 9.5, the downside. Now if na princess cut, you know, say we go extend here, come down, and then come like this, but this particular one is not like that. This particular one is like going straight to that shoulder. Okay, that's why they call it a shoulder gauge breast cut. So now from the half cut, we go extend the chalk, come down to the half cut area. You know the half cut is 22, right? So the half cut is 22. We will still extend our hand, come down normal. Okay, this 22, 1.5 inches go must still add up because the person dey busty. Now because this person dey very big, now this my mark here go reach 2 inches. My first princess cut video was 1.5 because na average person, but this person big, so we go put am for 2 inches. As we put am for 2 inches, so the space we also come get here go be 2 inches also, you understand? 2 inches space also. Now from the nipple, you get yourself the curve. You see how the thing they go now? You get yourself from the curve for that nipple, then you extend the chop, come down for your half. This is the half cut. Now this is like the waist area after breast. This one, they are the extension down. Then you draw the chalk like that. Then you come back here, you see this line here, this 2.5. Remember, here is 2 inches, and here is also 2 inches. So by the time I finish cutting this front now, here and here go lap, and here also go still lap. You understand? Now you bring it straight. As you reach this breast level now, you have to be careful the way you curve it. Okay, you see? Do you see that? You see how the shape take be now? Okay, now, so that I'll create more space, because I'm doing this particular cutting now, this video, I'm doing this particular video now with a smartphone. It's not a kind of professional studio work like the last one, so I will create us more space. So when we finish cutting, you see what the shoulder gauge breast dart looks like. Okay, now we will cut this our side out also. This thing is very nice. When I finish sewing it, I'll show you what it looks like, and you're going to like to try it. You see that it's coming straight. You follow the chalk, 2 inches, not more than that. Then you see, you shift this one, come front. As you shift and come front now, then you look here, just trim this side. It's not part of the lesson, I'm just doing that on my own. So right now, you see what I'm saying? Look at this line. You see how it match? If you watch my princess cut video, I also illustrate this kind of thing for there. You see how the place match? And this line, they align. This is the line for the breast length level, the top breast level, and this is the line for the nipple, and this is the one for the under breast. They're all aligned. Look, now let's watch this. Don't mind my landing. The landing is shorter, so I'll add it later. You see, they all lap, and this one still longer than this side by 1.5 inches. That 1.5 inches, by the time you're joining it, this place will consume the 1.5 inches, and the up here will still go and level. So now, to get the measurement, you just, this is the bust measurement of any woman you measure is always on the nipple. Don't take bust measurement lower than that or higher than the nipple. It's always the nipple. That's where the measurement is. And this person is like 52, so this is 50 now, 51, 52, this is 13, 52 now. Then you mark the 52. The 50 will be 12.5. Okay, here 12.5. It's almost like the person no get shit, but you still have to follow measurements. Now, this is why they call it shoulder gauge. If na princess cut now, the joint is supposed to come here and end up in the armpit, but shoulder gauge, no, it's not there. Shoulder gauge have to, you see, this is shoulder gauge right now. You see, the journey end for shoulder. By the time you cut neck out for the person now, because the person is big, you cut neck out for the person, there's a space for you to put any kind of design, maybe all these already made accessories. You can put it as the way the neck is curved now. There are so many accessories like this in the market, so you feel just buy it, place them for the front, and then give your sewing a very nice fitting. So let's cut the whole front out now, so that you see what everything looks like. And also allowance, don't put too many allowance when you're cutting clothes. No, the allowance, they cause a lot of problem for sewing sometimes. Okay, this is it. This is what it looks like. A shoulder gauge. If you go through my princess cut illustration on Facebook, it's not like this. My princess cut illustration is far different from this, but almost the same thing. You know, princess cut illustration is just like, the princess cut idea is just like for sleeveless. If you want to sew sleeveless, you have to use princess cut pattern in order for the armpit here not to puff up, for it to balance. But if you want to sew any other cloth that have sleeve, you can use any pattern you want. One princess cut, double side breast cut, straight breast cut, or this particular shoulder gauge breast cut. Now I've brought back my leftover material to cut the back of the blouse, and you see this is the front in the middle. Then you place it here and you bring this one, bring it closer. Let this place lap. Always, this whole place, they always have to lap, you see, like that. And also this particular point up here, they have to lap. That will determine how balanced your sewing is going to be at the end. You know, if you want a very neat work, you need to be careful with all these places that I'm displaying. All these places, they need to be set, they need to balance. Okay, they need to balance. If you watch out now, the space between my table and here is very, very straight, you understand? And also here it is straight. That's how you know that you're doing a great job, and at the end of it, the work will come out very nice. Okay, so I cut out the, you see. So if we're sewing princess cuts, you know, you can sew before you cut out the armpit, but this one now, before I sew, I actually cut out my armpit, and this is how it's going to be. When I finish sewing this cloth, I'm going to show you guys. When I finish joining the front, I'll show you guys what it looks like after I finish the half padding of this front. And also, when it comes to the padding process, go through my princess padding process. Is the same thing, that is the same way you pad this particular cut. So I'll just show you guys, I'll just illustrate how the padding is supposed to be. So this is like the material now, right here, and you have this middle. Okay, you have the middle. If you want to pad it, it's still the same thing. Okay, curve the pad like this. If you curve the pad here, this point, this particular one, no, we have to always notch here. This particular one, and also notch the other one too together. This is how the pad is supposed to be. Now this my own pad is going to the lining, not the material. This is how you're going to add the padded to it, from this notch here round. And then also, if you want to pad this center one, you should extend your hand a little bit down than this side. See, this is it. So now this is how I'm going to pad my landing now, and I'll start sewing. When I finish sewing, if I join this particular front, I'll just open here and use ST to, you know, just press it down. When I finish joining all this front, I will show you so that you see how